I'm going to give you a little bit of an overview of ASUS company. I joined ASUS a few months ago, coming from a long career with Intel and Supermicro. And the first time I heard about Open19 was about 2 years ago from Yuval and his team. And I really did not really get a good sense of what Open19 was all about and what the future of Open19 deployment will be. So I was kind of skeptical. But fast forward 2 years later, I can see really the value of Open19 and what it will do for the industry and for the edge computing and for a lot of the tier 2, tier 3 data centers. So I want to give you a little bit of an overview of my company, ASUS, which is a global company. ASUS is more known as a consumer company, as a lot of you know, as opposed to enterprise and server storage company. But we do build, and we have built enterprise and server solutions and storage solutions for many, many years. So ASUS is about over 14,000 employees. And we have a very strong R&D team of over 5,000 engineers. We just closed last year with $15 billion in revenue. And a lot of you know that we are in the consumer space with our graphics cards and desktop motherboards. And we are the #1 motherboard manufacturer in the world. We shipped over 540 million motherboards since 1989. That was the year of the founding of ASUS. We're a company that's globally known as a brand, and we are the #1 brand in Asia, and we've had a lot of awards over the years. In terms of our product portfolio, as I said, ASUS has a lot of consumer products, but we do also have some server products, motherboards, and of course, graphics cards for consumers, as well as enterprise applications. In terms of our server business unit, which is my division, in terms of a high-level product overview, we do have all kinds of product lines, from general purpose servers to high-density compute and storage, acceleration GPU-based servers, as well as workstations with GPU-based workstations. And we do also have fully integrated rack solutions. Not to mention also the components on the bottom here, which is the server, workstation motherboards, storage cards, as well as networking cards. We pride ourselves in, and before I forget, I want to say that we are really excited to be part of the Open19 Foundation, and we are excited to be bringing a lot of solutions to this community so we can participate in the marketplace. We do have a lot of world state-of-the-art benchmarks that we achieved over the years, especially in the two-processor area, where we achieved over 137 server benchmarks as world records in testing. And you can take a look at that at the spec.org website, where you can see a lot of our results being published. In terms of our history for the server division, we started, like I said, ASUS was created in 1989, but we started really delivering solutions back in 1995 with a lot of ODM type of projects, where we supply a lot of the server storage components to customers. And we evolved over the years in terms of data center applications, or data center solutions, I should say, white box solutions. And we are a member also of OCP since 2010. And we have also won several high-performance HPC type of applications in Asia, where we hold some of the top 500 records with our supercomputer solutions. Currently, we are obviously server division is focused on complete solutions for data centers and enterprise customers, delivering complete servers, rack-based solutions. In terms of what sets ASUS apart in terms of our performance and our differentiation for features is we have some key unique technologies. We call them performance boost technologies, where we have a core optimizer, an engine boost, and a BIOS workload presets where you can actually optimize the performance of the server based on those workloads. I have to go a little bit faster here. We also have a unique technology called thermal radar technology, which has evolved over the years. And it's a combination of reducing fan power consumption as well as introducing more sensors on the server so you can actually get a better handle of the cooling and the thermal performance of the server. We also have some intelligent adjustments inside the server that allow you to enable different fan curves so you can optimize the cooling and the power consumption. We participate in many types of complete solutions in the hybrid cloud, and I'll talk about that a little bit later, as well as hyper-converged solutions and software-defined storage solutions. For example, we have a joint hyper-converged infrastructure solutions with Microsoft Azure Cloud, where we provide the hardware for, our ASUS hardware nodes are actually certified for that type of application with Microsoft Azure Stack. On the Open19, I want to get to the meat of the presentation, the Open19 server. So we're very excited to introduce the first Open19 server coming from ASUS, and we will have many more coming in the near future. We have a composable disaggregated infrastructure called Cloud Infra, which basically allows customers to be able to accelerate their hardware upgrade and refresh cycles based on upgrading the compute part as opposed to the parts that don't change, like the power supply or the chassis, for example. So this composable disaggregated infrastructure is actually very cost effective. It allows customers to save on CapEx and move to more of an OpEx type of deployment so that they can upgrade much faster and they can take advantage of new technology coming into the marketplace. So based on this cloud infra architecture, we designed our first Open19 solution we call Alps 19. Alps is, for some of you who know, is the name of one of the highest mountains in France, between France and Switzerland. And we call it Alps because it's reaching the summit there. So it's a 1U half brick Open19 dual AMD solution, dual socket AMD solution, and it fits in the Open19 19-inch rack. It's our first Open19 dual AMD solution, and will be the first one also to support PCIe Gen 4 when it's available in the marketplace. So we're very excited about that. In terms of the spec, this is the kind of a detailed explanation of what this is about. It will be available for testing to customers very quickly in the next couple of months, and we will be in production. We expect to be in production in the second half of the year with this solution. So this is we'll have 16 DIMMs per node. It will support up to 225-watt CPUs. And it has a one PCIe slot, Gen 4, like I said, as well as an OCP mezzanine card. You can see the spec here on the right-hand side, the detailed spec of this half brick. This shows a little bit of the placement of the components and the half brick. We have the two AMD processors, up to 64 core currently. We have two M.2 internal storage devices, one OCP mezzanine card, and it's a 16-slot DIMM slot solution. It will have also in the front up to four NVMe, hot swap NVMe drives supported. This is a block diagram of the Alps 19 solution that we have, and it shows really the connections between CPU 0 and CPU 1 for the different features of this server. And on the right-hand side, you see how it will connect to the Open19 rack. So this is the compute sled. Like I said, it's a disaggregated, composable disaggregated solution, which means this is the compute sled that's separate from the rest of the solution, which can be upgraded as needed. And it shows the two CPUs. It shows the interchangeable CPU modules, currently with AMD EPYC CPUs, but it will also support future AMD CPU solutions. And it shows the front SAS and PCIe connections for NVMe drives. In terms of the future designs, not to forget that we are planning to do additional solutions for Open19, and there will be an additional next generation AMD as well as the next generation Intel dual socket solution from ASUS. These products are currently in planning, and we will have, in addition to the half brick, we will have a full brick with JBOD, JBOF, as well as JBOG. And we also intend to have liquid cooling support for all these types of solutions. So we are responding to a lot of customer needs that are giving us the feedback about, very positive feedback about our Open19 solutions. And these will be available in the next, in the next year or so. So that's the end of my talk. So thank you very much. And we are very excited to be part of it.